Well, hey guys, it's Catherine. The most wonderful time of the quarter is upon us because Stamp of Approval releases next week. Over the next 3 days, I will be showing you all of the items in the collection, and I'm excited to do so. So be sure you are on the wait list. Our collections sell out quickly, and July 13th at 9 a.m. Eastern. Stamp Nation members will receive their link, and then at 10 a.m. the rest of the wait list will receive theirs, and then on July 14th, assuming we have any left, it will go public for ordering. And beginning on July 10th, we are going to have a series of 3 days of blog hops. Our guest designers and our design team have made amazing projects with these products, and we can't wait to share them with you. Be sure to hop along all 3 days, leaving comments along the way, because we will be giving 3 free Stamp of Approval collections. If you are watching on YouTube, be sure to head over to my blog. Link will be below. I'll have all the details there listed out so that you can peruse them and make sure you don't miss a thing. So let's get stamping with the Lovely Notes collection. So the products I'm introducing you today, we have Lovely Lattice. This is our first red rubber background stamp, and it's a really super fun pattern. Stay tuned because I'm going to show you some really cool techniques to do with this. Today we're using it as a background stamp. Then we have 2 Neat and Tangled exclusive products that you will only find in the Stamp of Approval collection, and then later on down the line they will be available in my store. But we have the Painted Thanks, and I'm going to show you how to use this because it's important how you lay down the color to get this to look correct or right or the best. And then we have this really cool Concentric Circles Die. Neat and Tangled has these really cool journal card dies, and I just think they're fabulous. So I asked Danielle if they'd be willing to design an exclusive one for us, and they said yes. And then I asked her to add another layer behind it, and I think that adds so much versatility to this die. And then we have Butterfly Notes. This is going to be a staple in your stamp arsenal. Maureen and I hunted for weeks for the very perfect font for this thank you, and I absolutely adore it. And then we have Basic for all you do, for being awesome, you made my day, for your kindness, and they all fit right in this little spot here. And then we have a note to say, which you can stamp right on top. We have an extra little thank you and a thanks to lend more versatility. Then these butterflies, each one is just slightly different. We have a butterfly kind of flying away. He's solid. And then we have a little teensy wincy one. Isn't he so cute? He's solid with a little outline. And then we have an outline with some polka dots on the wings. We have outline here with a sideways pose and some gorgeous swirls. And then we have outline with the polka dots and then a little detail on the center of the wings. So we have different poses, different sizes, and different patterns on all these butterflies. So stamped alone or together, they're going to be awesome. So we're going to use all of these supplies on today's card, and can you believe it? This is not even half of what's in this collection. We really jam-packed this one full of goodness. I can't wait to show you the rest. But let's look at these on this card. The first thing I'm going to do is stamp the butterfly. So I'm inking in Rosebud by Memento, and then I'm going to do a little rock and roll action here with Lilac Posies just to get some shading. And we'll stamp that. And then I'm going to do a little bit of fussy cutting and cut this guy out. Next, I'm going to take the Concentric Circles dies. I'm going to place my cardstock on top of it, my cutting plate, and then I have just a piece of computer paper folded in half. I'm going to use that as a shim. I'm going to run this back and forth a couple times. This is a very detailed die with very thin lines, so you may want to practice the amount of pressure in the sandwich that you do to ensure a clean cut. So running it a couple times with one little piece of copy paper folded in half was good. Actually, I have a little bit stuck right in here, so I can take a pair of scissors to it, or maybe next time I just know to go back and forth once or twice more. So the order of these is lightest ink, medium, and darkest ink. Make sure you go light to dark or else it's not going to look quite right. You want a hand-painted shaded look. I'm going to use my Misty. You don't have to use your Misty, but it does help. And Danielle made this so that the thanks fits perfectly right in there. So we're going to use This is Soft Apricot by Hero Arts. Just gonna stamp that. And I think I'll stamp it twice just for good measure. Now I have the middle stamp lined up, and this is the one that goes with the medium ink. So I'm gonna use Orange Soda by Hero Arts. And this is the one that has the least amount of surface area when stamping. I'm just gonna, again, do it twice just for good measure. Make sure we got that nice and dark. See, it's getting some really good shading on there. I hope you guys can see that. Just gonna clean this off and then go to the final layer. All right, now we've got our last one. And I'm gonna go with the darkest ink. I have Memento Morocco. I'll just stamp that a couple times, make sure it's nice and dark. And look at that shading we get. Now the next step, I'm gonna use this with my Misty. I'm gonna remove that bottom piece. I'm gonna add my stamp right inside there. I'm gonna pick it up. I want the pattern to go this way. So I've already sponged this with Tide Pool ink by Hero Arts, and I just want the stamp to go right on top, and I'm gonna cut it out so it's going to, we're just gonna use like this piece of it. I'm gonna use my Big Shot to cut out that outer layer. So I have a card base that's folded like this, and then I have a white layer on top of it, and I'm gonna center this layer right in the middle. And I could add this right like this and be done with it, but I cannot, I can't help myself. I cannot help myself from making a shaker card. So here's one I made the other day, and it's a little tedious because it's really thin around here. So I'm going to show you what I did, but you can see I used the lovely Lattice on the background. I used the thank you, and I just cut straight down and then around the thank you, and I have some fabulous sequins on the inside. Now the collection does not come with sequins. It's stamps and dies this time. No accessories and no stencils. But you are going to have stamps and dies coming out your ears because we have a lot of awesomeness in this collection. All right, so I am cutting a really super thin piece of mounting tape here, and I'm just going to wrap this all the way around the outside. And when I made it a shaker card, I did my acetate first, and I just glued it right on the back here, and then put my mounting tape all the way around. And I forgot to say, I am making a faux shaker card this time. I'm not doing the acetate. I'm gonna adhere the sequins directly on that piece of background that I already have on my card, and it's going to look like a shaker card without being one. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm gonna have a hard time centering all of this and doing my sequins and stuff. The way I did it on this one is I did this on just a plain white, let me see, I laid a piece of white, I cut it just a little bit bigger than this, and then I put all the tape here, I sprinkled sequins here, and then I added this on top. But I want this to be perfectly lined up, and I'm not really trusting myself. And so I figured the easiest way is just to do a faux shaker card. Just because I'm lacking a little bit of brain power right now, and I'm taking the easy route. I'm gonna do a couple very light pencil lines so I know where I want my sequins to go. I don't want them to be adhered in the center here, because then I might run into problems with the tape. So just a few light pencil marks. Give me some guidelines. I'm gonna dab on liquid glue, and then we'll add in the sequins. Now I have a bunch of sequins glued down. It looks a little weird, but once we add this layer over the top, you can see we have a shaker card look. And then we'll take that cutie little butterfly and we'll just add him right on here. And that's all there is to it. So be sure to head over to my blog if you're not there already so you can see up close pictures of this. I'll list out the stamps and the dies that I used, and you'll also get more information on the Stamp of Approval collection. Oh, and here's this one. Oh my gosh, I'm loving these. Thanks for being here today, guys. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and check back tomorrow because I will show you some more goodies that are coming out in the Lovely Notes collection.